How would you like to learn the one concept that will unlock the world of computers for you, that will allow you to understand everything about digital information? Well, I'm here to teach you that today, and it's going to be fun, it's going to be easy, easier than you think. So let's begin. There is one thing that really drives me crazy about the way we are teaching computer theory, computer concepts in schools today, and how companies like Facebook and Microsoft and Apple are approaching this. And they're telling you that everybody should learn how to code. That is, another way of saying learn to program computers. And I disagree completely. I don't think that everybody should learn to code, not at all. I've been in that industry. I programmed computers for more than 30 years. So I know exactly the mindset that is necessary to go there and enjoy that lifestyle. That is not something that works for everybody. There are some mindsets that are just not right for that. And there are many people that I think, actually, the majority of people who will not enjoy programming, and they should not be. But there is one thing that I'm in agreement with, and that we all should be very comfortable with: digital information. Because now we are all using these guys. We're all using personal computers, so a lot of us are using personal computers. And that is not just young people, but all generations alike. And so knowing about digital information will allow you to enjoy these kind of devices and to participate in the digital world. Because right now we are living in the digital world, okay? That's what people are saying. We have digital cameras, we have digital images, we have digital photos, we have digital music, we have digital TV streaming. It's all about digital. Now, if I was going to ask 10 people the meaning of the word digital, I would get 10 different interpretations, and probably none of them would be correct. So the first concept here that we have to make ours is that in order to work comfortably with technology, with computers and digital information, we need to be very careful about the meaning of words. Because technology is a field where precision is very important, and you'll benefit from it. So, for example, digital, it's not something that it's open to interpretation. And so, what is the meaning of the word digital? So, digital comes from digit, which is another term for number. And if you were going to say numerical instead of digital, you would be actually correct. And I know that can surprise a lot of people, but digital is exactly what it means. It means something related to numbers. So when we have digital photography, when we have digital music, we are talking about something that is defined by numbers. That is the meaning. That's what digital means. It means information that is defined by numbers. And I know that for some people it might seem like strange. What do you mean numbers? I see photography and I see colors. I'm hearing music, I'm hearing sounds, I don't hear numbers. Well, bear with me. The concept is extremely important because without that concept, computers cannot work. And let me clarify one thing. This concept, this thing that we are going to define today, that we are going to talk about today, has been the same since the dawn of computers. So computers started in the 40s, became more popular as mainframes in the 60s and 70s. And then we had PCs, and now we have also added phones. The technology, the concept, the structure of all these computers has not changed. The idea, the structure behind those computers is the same from the early mainframes to current modern phones. We made them faster, we made them smaller. But the way they work is exactly the same. So once you learn about the basic digital concepts, you will be able to apply that for every single machine, every single situation. It doesn't matter who makes it. It doesn't matter it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Microsoft, whether it's Apple. It does not matter. They all work in the same exact way. So what does it mean to have information defined by numbers, and why is that important? Well, let me give you an example. Okay, let's use photography. I mean, right now you're watching a video, and this video is defined by numbers. So let's take a look at photography. Now we have monitors, screens. They can be your computer screen, it can be your telephone. These screens have been designed to replicate the way we see light with our eyes. Our eyes are made out of, inside in the retina, of cones and rods. The rods are the elements that are sensitive to the light brightness. The cones are the ones that are receiving light. And our cones are actually able to discern, to recognize red, green, and blue. Or, as we say for short, RGB. So I'll say RGB a lot in the next few minutes. So cones are sensitive to light, to red, green, and blue. Now, if you're looking at the monitor, at the computer screen, you will see that that screen is being made by multiple dots. That's not a new concept. This is the same concept that was used in the printing of newspapers. And those photos were initially black and white, and they were made out of dots. So the same concept is used for computer screens. There are multiple dots arranged in rows and columns. And those dots are called picture elements. And we shorten that term to pixel. Picture element is a pixel. Okay, so each dot there, if we actually use a magnifying glass and we look really close at a screen that is pure white, we will see this, that actually each pixel is defined by 3 subpixels. One is red, one is green, and one is blue, RGB. And the quantity of red, green, and blue for each pixel will determine the color that is in that pixel, because our eyes are sensitive to red, green, and blue. Now, if we look at any program used for image manipulation, for painting, like Photoshop, and we go in Photoshop and we paint something with our brush, and we can select what color we use for that painting. Now, if we look in the color picker, there are many ways of defining color. And if we go in the RGB section, you will see that pure white is 255, 255, 255, and pure black is 0, 0, 0. So now we see in Photoshop or any other program that the maximum value for red, green, and blue is 255. Why the heck 255? No, why not 100? Why not 200 or 300? Why 255? That seems like a very peculiar number. But before we get to that, now we understand that each pixel is expressed numerically as a quantity of red, a quantity of green, and a quantity of blue. So first of all, let's check mark that concept. Digital photography is a photography that is defined by numbers. But why 255? We'll get to that in a second. Hey, thank you for watching. That was the end of part 1. Much more is yet to come. So please subscribe and click on the bell so that you will get notifications when new videos will be released. Thank you.
Bye.